Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and the Black Clover chapter 266 leaks are out, and oh my goodness, it gets real. We wanted the training. We wanted to know, if the Clover Kingdom knew about the Heart Kingdom. We wanted to know where Ganja was. Where's Ganja? Well, look, the leaks answer all of those questions. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So, the last chapter, we get some major bombshells. We're looking at a continuation of what's going on, which is they are at this meeting as far as with the captains. Nacht introduced and lets them know the plan. Fergolion requests that they get the help with the Heart Kingdom, and that is when Charlotte lets them know that she hasn't heard from them in a while. So then we get as far as to what's going on over there in the Heart Kingdom. So we find out as far as that, everybody survived, and who ended up meeting them or saving them in a sense, because they did say that they saved themselves and the people, was the elves. And that was the Midnight Sun and Prerolls. We find out that Nero Sekri actually did save Tetia, and Tetia actually survived, and she was carrying twins, and one of them did survive, and their descendants are living in this place deep in the center of the Heart Kingdom called Alasia. And we find out that there's two little elves, a boy and a girl. And so now we kind of get that continuation of, alright, so Clover Kingdom was able to get a hold of the Heart Kingdom, and these leaks, as far as that came out, it looks like Ganja is letting them know, because Julius, I guess, is speaking with Ganja, and he was letting them know that, hey, Lolopechka got kidnapped. That's what it seems like, because it's like Ganja looks super freaking angry. Super angry. And then we get a color page as far as the actual chapter itself, and it's Nacht with these different demons. This will look so dope. It's just Nacht, and there's this cool black kind of starry background, and those demons that he had, he summoned on the captains, he's surrounded by those, and he has his little kind of grin face or whatever. But then what we do is, in the next leaks that come out, Nacht is speaking with the Black Wolves, and it looks like Zora and Magna come up, and it looks like they may be back at the Black Wolves base. There's it's very difficult as far as to see, because it's Magna and Zora, and Nacht is speaking with his typical explaining something, but everyone else's face looks freaking distraught. Even Gray looks like she has this scream. So I'm not sure as far as what's going on with that, or maybe he's just explaining the severity and including everybody, and the fact that he might know everybody, because they may question who he is, because this would be the first time pretty much them fully meeting them. So I think this is a very important chapter as far as that. Then we get a spoiler as far as a picture. Now, this picture looks like it's a picture of Nacht, and he may have a brother. Now, this would be crazy. This would be crazy. What if Nacht is the, I don't know, maybe brother of Dante? I mean, that would be kind of crazy. Like, what if he's actually a Zacchaeus sibling, you know? And that would be crazy. That would be crazy, because it's interesting because there's, or maybe he had a twin, because there are two people in this picture, and it looks like a mother and father, or an older woman, older guy. But there's so much in this picture, but there's so not, because it looks like a younger Nacht, and then either the other person who's about the same height as him. I don't know if there's a piece of wood that's blocking, or if that person's face was like permanently like X'd out. So there's something there. There's something with there. We're getting little tidbits of some things there. It would be crazy if it was like Yabi's brother or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's some interesting things. There's some interesting things. But then this is where it gets crazy. It looks like it's time to train, because you see Nacht's shadows bringing Asta down into, it seems like, hell, you know, because Asta's just kind of like freaking out, and then they get down to where they are, and it's so crazy because there's like all this darkness, and they're in like this building, you know, down there, and that's what's super dope. Then it looks like we have Asta being put around a circle, basically, and it looks like they're going to bring out Asta's devil. Like, that's crazy, because you see in one panel Asta and Nacht are in like this big circle with some inscriptions on it. Then we see Asta's face looking in kind of like despair. And then we see, you know, these black, almost like he's summoning as far as the demon himself. And then that's what's crazy, because we do get another panel, and it looks like this is the panel. Okay, this is the panel that leads into the picture. Yeah, this leads into the picture. So it looks like maybe in this world, like, it's almost like two worlds, almost, because if I'm not mistaken, they're either he's able to, like, of course he's able to like teleport basically by going underground, but we're starting to see exactly how Nacht's shadow, like how his magic works. And inside this place, it looks like this is Nacht's childhood home, because that's where we see the picture of, as far as that mini picture of Nacht and the person scratched out, and the older woman and the older man. So that's what's dope. But the cool thing is that this is the most chilling part. This is the most chilling part. Asta's anti-magic devil comes fully out. Like, oh my goodness, this looks so wild. You see as far as half of Asta's face with the anti-magic devil, and then you see his face in a way we've never seen him look like this. This is so crazy. This is so freaking crazy. So we get as far as Nacht removes his overcoat basically, and it shows that he has like this necklace, you know, and then Asta gets into one of those like, oh, you this and this, and then the next panel we get boom, Asta and this we get Asta speaking with the anti-magic devil, and his arm is completely gone. Like, it's crazy. Like, his arm is completely gone, and Asta's like sweaty. This is a super intense, like, oh my goodness. What I think goes on, because this is wild. This is so wild. Like, oh my goodness, Asta looks so freaking insane right here. Oh man, it looks so crazy. So what I'm thinking, that pretty much this chapter 266 is gonna be the Clover Kingdom, finding out what happened. I'm not sure if Ganja knows about the elves. I think he might. So we might see something as far as that, but definitely we're getting the Clover Kingdom confirming what happened into the Heart Kingdom as far as Lolopechka being taken and Vanica attacking. Then we get Nacht's introduction to the rest of the Black Bulls, and we see something going on with a talk or a mention of Zora and Magna. Now, what that could be, I'm not sure, because those two, like, I definitely feel like Magna he's overdue for a level up. He really is. I feel like he's way overdue, and I feel like he's gonna get a major one. I feel like a lot of his talent was just latent, you know, like, that would be really dope. But, you know, you see this intense, you know, talk between, you know, Ghosh, Vanessa, Gray, and they're all within, it looks like the Black Bull's hideout, and Asta's there as well. I guess he might be, looks like Nacht might be explaining what's going on, but it looks like the main, like, two big things that are, well, there's a couple. So Nacht takes Asta, you know, down to wherever they go, you know, until we get a fans translation. It's very, like, skeptical on where exactly they go with Nacht's spell, because we've seen him take Spade Kingdom people there as well, so who knows. But we see Nacht take them there. We see, as far as a picture that looks like a person scratched out next to a smaller, maybe child, Nacht, and an older woman, which might be his parents, and an older man, you know, it might be his mom and dad. So that's crazy. We get to this house that has that picture in it, so we're just assuming that that's Nacht's childhood home. And we get Asta speaking to the anti-magic devil, but he's speaking to him without his arm. Like, his arm that he sold is basically, like, gone. And so next thing you know, we see the anti-magic devil half of Asta. Like, it's so crazy. So it's super intense. There's a lot that's going on in this chapter, and I think that this is some super unlocks, because there's some mystery surrounding characters, and it's like, how deep is this gonna go? You know, the mystery behind Nacht. And then not even just the mystery behind Nacht, but who's that person that was scratched out in that picture of him when he was younger? You know, we still don't know that much about Yami, but he's an important, like super important person. You know, the elves are back, and we don't know how long they've been here as far as like the descendants of Tetia and Lick. You know, there was one YouTube video that I saw, and it was saying how the child that survived went on to be a great hero, and it just mentioned how the child may have been able to have both wind and sword attributes, and that might be why we see the swords in different places, and why, you know, Asta and got the spirit, and Asta got the sword in the cave when they were fighting Mars. Now there's some stuff. So then we also got who is the anti-magic devil? You know, like what in the world? So who knows? This is what's super wild. You know, not only that, but Nacht was in the team with Julius and Yami, and what type of fire freaking team was that? You know, man, that is so crazy. So hey, these are the leaks. Let me know y'all's thoughts. What is y'all's thoughts on as far as Asta and this new form that we get to see? Like, oh my goodness, this is it reminds me of how Vonica was with her being taken over. Like, what? This is crazy. Anyways, make sure to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notifications, so that way you'll be able to hear the breakdown when the official chapter comes out. But again, this is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Peace.